Hello everyone, I am teacher Stella. So for today's video, I will be demonstrating myself how to explore the features of Google Classroom as a teacher. So let's start. So to start with, you have to sign in first in your account. So you have to either download an app, Google Classroom, or you can use a website. In either way, you can create class or you can join a class as a teacher and a student. So in my case, I prefer downloading an app, Google Classroom, and then so that I can see even I can see all of the subjects even if I am offline. I am signing in my account. This is the account I am using in. This is a personal account of mine, and then this is the account I will be using in creating my class. So as you can see here, you can see the different features of the Google Classroom. You can see the classes. In this category, you can see all of the classes you are teaching if you're a teacher, and all of the classes you are enrolled in if you are a student. And then in a calendar, you can see here obviously the date and time, the date of the calendar, and then in notification, you can see it here. You can see it here, the different notifications from your students if you're a teacher, the feedback of your students, the comments and response, and everything that concerns with your students and you. So, and if you're a teacher and if you're also a student, you can see it here, the different updates of your teacher, the material, the announcements, and the assignments, the questions, and all is everything. You can see it here in notifications. And then here in this category, you can see excuse me, you can see it here, the category of teaching. So if you're a teacher, you kindly use this one. So this is where you can see the all of the classes you are teaching with, right? And then in this one, this is an email I used to as a student. So in an email, you can both be a teacher and a student. So in this one, this is all of the subjects I am enrolled with as a student. So as you can see here, there's a word enrolled, and then to do. This is where you can see all the assignments of the teachers assigned by the teachers, and then all the subjects you're enrolled with, and then the classroom folders, the settings, and everything. And then since I am focusing the features of the Google Classroom as a view of the teacher, so first is we have to create a class. So that is the first thing we need to do in Google Classroom. So that is what the purpose of this. So after we signed in, we can see here in the classes category, we can see here the plus sign. So if we click plus sign, we can see create class and join class. If you are entering the classroom as a teacher, you could click the create class. If you are so if you're using the Google Classroom as a student, you can click join class. So since I am featuring the view of the teacher, I will be clicking the create class. So create class. So in this category, you can see here the class name, section, room, and subject. This is the basic information of your class, and the basic or the major point of your classroom. So in this category, class name, I will be preferring the general academic strand. academic strand class. General academic strand class. So that is, excuse me, I'm not feeling well this last few days, but then life goes on. So class name, general academic strand class. So section, for example, you are making this classroom in section B, and then room L103. So the subject is, so this is where you could write the subject you are teaching. So for example, I am teaching the English for academic purposes. So for example, English for education, for academic purposes, for example, academic purposes. So after that, you will need to review all of the information you've entered from the top to bottom, and then after you see that everything is already correct, no mistakes, and then everything is clear, then you have to click the check and then click the create. So you can see it here. You can already see it here, the classroom that we've made earlier. So that is a general academic strand, section B, and with your profile here of your email. Then this is, and this tab, this is what we call the stream tab. This is where you can post your announcement and post everything, like, but in this case, or in this tab, mostly teachers or us will be posting our announcement here. So before that, so if you would like something to change in your setting, you can change everything in your profile or change everything in your classroom. You can change it here in your settings. So if you would like to add some description of your title or your everything you've entered earlier, information, you can change it, add description, and then in this category general, so you can see here students invitation settings. So in this part, you can see here the class code and invitation link. So this is the way the students you are teaching with can acquire or can be enrolled in your subject. So for them to be enrolled in your class, you can either use or send the class code in your GC, or you could also be sharing the invitation link or the link of the Google Classroom so that they can join the class, and then everything will be settled and everything is perfect. And then after that, so in this part, manage meet link, this is also another part of excuse me, another part of the Google Classroom Google Classroom features. So this is connected with an app, Google Meet. So the Google Meet and Google Classroom is like kind of a soulmate. So because Google Classroom is the classroom wherein you can see the activities posted, the announcements, the lessons and all, but Google Meet is where you can do synchronous classes. Synchronous classes means you and your students are meeting virtually. So that is the purpose of this. Since the classroom or Google Classroom is created, it's because of the online learning. Because of the pandemic, no students will be allowed going outside, so as a teacher, so that students are to further continued learning. This is created, online learning is created, and this is an app that is very useful for students to communicate with their teachers. So Google Meet is also very important in meeting virtually and then having lessons with your teacher. So you can also use this Classroom Meet link. So they have the meeting link. You can also have the meeting link for them to access and then be part of the Google Meet lesson. And then you can also see here the stream settings, wherein students can post and comment on the stream. Students can only comment on the stream and only teachers can post and comment. So it's up to you as a teacher. So if you would prefer that students can post and comment on the stream or in the activity you have posted, you much like to click this one. But if you would only like to students can only comment but cannot post, you could choose this one. And that if you would like that only teachers can post and comment, no students can do it, so you can choose this one. But in my case as a teacher, I will be choosing this one. Students can post and comment, because this is it's because this is very important for me that students are communicating with each other. And then if he or she has something to say, or if I would like them to post what they have learned in the stream, then I can do it so because I allowed them. So after this one, we can see here classwork on the stream. So as we click this, we can see show attachments and details. So this is where you allow your students or you allow yourself to see the attachments and details or the notifications from your students. So if you would like to allow it, then you can have to show attachment and details. Or if you would only like to allow the most important ones, you click this one, show condensed notifications. But if you wouldn't like to see it at all, or if you would like it to hide it for quite some time, and then you click this hide notifications. Since in my case I would prefer show attachments and details, because I am afraid of missing out and I'm afraid that I will outdated of my students, so I would prefer this one. So we're done in the settings, and then if everything is already changed by you, everything on your taste, based on your taste, and be much likely to save it already. So in this part, you can see here the stream tab. So for example, I will be sharing an announcement to my class. So for example, so you can see it here, the people who are sharing. So this is the class, and then all students. So this is announcement will be sent to all of your students if you allow it. So you can see it here, all students. It will be clicked if you already invited all your students. It's up to you if you share the announcement to all of your students, or you share it by only to those specific students in your class. So in my case, I would be, since this is an announcement, I will be posting it to all of the students in my class. So for example, this is the first semester, first year, and then I will be welcoming them. So for example, welcome to my class. Welcome to my class, English for academic purposes. English for academic purposes. Academic purposes. For the school year, (2022 to 2023), I would be very enthusiastic enthusiast, to know you all, to know you all, and hopefully everything everyone is cooperative and positive along the process. Before that, I made an attachment about myself. Before that, I made an attachment about myself for you to get to know more about your teacher. I also included here the vision, mission of our institution. As well as the rules and regulations of our classroom. God bless everyone. So this is the first announcement that I made for the first semester of this school year. So this will be intended to be sent to all of my students, and then since I've said it here that I will be attaching my self-introduction and also the rules and regulations of the admissions and visions of the institution, so I will be clicking this one. So it's up to you if you would like to put an attachments, or either way you don't like it, or you like prefer on just announcement itself or words itself. So it's up to you as a teacher. So in my case, I would prefer attaching here, and then in this category there are a lot of options in attachment. Add from drive, insert link, upload file, and so on. So if your file were already in your drive, or you prefer it's sent from your drive, you click it here and then you send it. And also if you would prefer to insert a link from any website, a YouTube or a Facebook, or any type of website that you prefer, you can insert the link. And you could also upload a file from your device, and you could also take photo and send it, or attach it. And also you could also make a video recording about yourself, and then you send it here. You put an attachment, and then you can also make or create a new PDF. So it's really up to you, as long as it is useful for the students. So in this case I prefer from my drive, since the file that I will be attaching were in my Google Drive. So for example, I will be clicking this one. So let us view this, like my self-introduction, accompanied by the vision and mission of the school, as well as the rules and regulations of my classroom. So I'll be selecting this, and then for a second, it is now attached. So if you prefer to attach more, if you would like to put or to add some attachment or material, you can add attachment here. So it's up to you. And then it's everything is settled. You post it. So Viola, you can see it here, the first stream you made in your class. So this is, so since you sent it to all of your students can see this announcement, and then they will be notified and all, and they will be notified that their teachers already updating on their class. So the next thing we have to do is in the classwork tab. So in the classwork tab, you can see it here that there's no assigned work, or there's no assignment made yet, since this is the first time I made it. This is the first class that I made. And then if you would like to put or like create an assignment, as you can see here, you can see the plus of button. So if you click that one, you can see create. So you can, there's an option when you create assignment, question, material, reuse the post, or a topic. So in this one, let us first delve deeper on the assignment. So let's click this one, assignment. So for example, assignment title, I will be the title of my assignment I will be creating is the importance of graphic organizer no. So for example, assignment title is academic writing So academic writing using modern English. So that is the title of our assignment. And then you can see here that you can assign it to all your students, or you can assign it to a specific student of yours. It depends on you. So here in the description, if you would like to further expand the instruction, you can click the description. So in this one, I will be, for example, I will say in this category, in this topic, I would like you to create an essay about the importance of English, in writing academic paper. Not so minimum of 300 words and maximum 500 words. So that is my instruction to my students related to the topic, or the instruction. So in this, the next one is, you can see add attachment. So If you would like your students to have a reference about or have an idea about the instruction or the activity, what you have them to do, what you made them to do, you can add here in an attachment. So for example, I would like to attach a link from YouTube for them to have an idea about what they're going to do. So for example, I add a link. This is copied from YouTube and then I paste it here. And then I could just add it here, and then voila, it's already attached here, the video from YouTube. And then if you would like, and as a teacher, if you would like to add some more reference for your students, you can add more and more material for them to really master, or for them to really realize or have an idea or master what they are going to make. And then the second one is the points. So how much points you will be going, or how much a grade you'll be making this activity. So in my case, since this is an essay, I will be only like 20 points here, since this is much like an assignment only, and then just for formative assessment only. And then I save it. It's up to you of how many points you prefer to grade this one. And then the due date. So as a teacher, it's really important for you to really maximize the time for that, so that the students can really understand the topic and then make a good output. You didn't rush the student, or you didn't give them an very long time. So you only have like make a time, depends on the intensity of the activity you've made. So in my case, I will be, since this is just an essay, a short essay, I will be, since today is December so this will be fairly enough, few days from now. So okay. And then for me as a teacher, I would like, or I would prefer in a time frame the last minute of the day, since as a student I really like know the power of 11 o'clock. So I am much giving my students a chances to have or comply their activity more thoroughly. So I set it 11:59 p.m. and okay, and then save it. Then after that, the topic. So in this one, you can in the assignment you've made, you can add the topic. You can add the topic on what specific topic this is all about. So the assignment you've made. So for example, I will be setting this features of academic writing. Features of academic sorry for that. Academic writing. So that is my topic, and then done. So you can see it here that I already filled out the things I need to fill in, and then everything's already settled and then already checked, reviewed. So I already assign it now, and then assignment graded. So if you would like, as you can see, there's an option here, 3 dots. If you would like to add some more, you have to edit it, you can click this one and then edit the format of the assignment. Or if you think that is a mistake and then you need a revision, or you need to delete it, you could also delete it. So in this one, what we made earlier is only an assignment. So a teacher can also make a question. So if you would like to ask some question to your students, you could also do that one. And then, for example, my question here is, why is it important? Why is it important for us to master our language skills? Most specifically the English language. Most specifically the English language. So that is supposed to be, or that is my question for my students. And then this description, if I would like it to further expand my question, I can also put it here in the description. So in this case, I prefer not to expand this. This is already understandable for my students. And then so for this one, the next one is, you can see here, short answer. So this is the question type, whether you choose it as a short answer or a multiple choice. So in this case, I prefer short answer because this is an objective type. So I prefer to click this one, short answer. And then in this one, students can edit answer. So if you prefer that your students can edit their answer after they turn it in, you can allow this one. But however, if you do not like to have revisions or you didn't like it for your students to revise their answer after they mark it as done, you can also disallow this one. So in my case, since this is an essay or opinionated, I would much like disallow this one. So it's up to you as a teacher. So in the next one is, students can reply to each other. So I allow this one. So because I prefer it when students can communicate to each other, can reply to each other's sentiments, since that is the way they can collaborate to each other also. So, but if you are a teacher who doesn't like that, then you can also disallow this one. So it's really up to you as a teacher. And then in this case, in this question, you can also add an attachment. So like the case I like like what I said earlier, you can also add an attachment to your question or your activity. Depends on from your device, or from a link, or a video, from your Google Drive, Word, PDF. So it's really up to you, as long as it's really beneficial for you, for the students. And then also another point, so it's up to you how much points you will be grading this one. So in this case, I will be grading this only for 10 points only, since this is just a simple question. And then save, and then due date. So this one this is supposed to be a question before class. So I would much like 30 minutes before the exact time. So okay. And then the time is, since the class schedule of this subject is 10 to 11, I would preferably set this 30 minutes before. So 9:30 a.m. So that's it. So they can have 30 minutes to answer the question before we start the class. Okay, and then save. And then, so topic, you can also add the topic of the question, or what topic the question is under. So after that, you can ask and then post can post it, and then everything is settled. You already created your question. And then the next one is if you would like to post a material. So this is really the most helpful part of the Google Classroom, posting material, because this is where you can post lectures, you can post different references to your students so that they can scan it, they can make a review of it or a copy of it, so they can learn something on this material, and then they can master everything about this subject. So for example, I will be putting the material title, for example, academic writing styles. So for example, this is my title, academic writing styles. So this is the title, and then description. So for example, my description here is I will be posting here. It's up to you if you will briefly discuss about this topic, or you can also more like an announcement lang. So it really depends, girls, as a teacher. So for this, I only post a kind of announcement and then add attachment after. So this is where I add all the materials that I have as a part of the reference of my students for them to learn and master the subject. So this one, in this description, I will be posting here the material about the different academic writing style. Please make a time to study this one effectively. So that is my brief description of the topic, and then after that, add attachment. So this is where like what I discussed earlier, it's either where it's up to you as a teacher where you where you can post your material. So I prefer much, so what I prepared is a link, so I will be posting here the link. I will be pasting the link and then add here, for example lang yeah. Then after that, add topic, and then if all of this were all settled, and then you could add more attachment if you would like, so the students can really understand the topic. So after that, you post it. Excuse me. After that, you post it. So it's done. And then if you would also like to reuse the post, so this is very ideal as a teacher if you have multiple classes. So if you have multiple classes with the same subject or the same topic, there's no, for you to have less hassle and then save time, you can just reuse the post. So you have to, so for example, you click the post, so this is the post you've made for the past few days or for the past, and then you only have to select which of these posts you would like to reuse. So for example, I will be in this class, this is the class wherein I will be reusing the post, and then this is the topic I will be sharing or reusing. So I will be clicking this one. Then after clicking that one, it's up to me if I would change the title, the description and all, or add an attachment. But in my case, this is only enough for me, so I will be posting it already. But if you would like as a teacher to add more, you can do so. So since it's already settled, let's post it, and then everything is and then everything is reused, so it's really up to you as a teacher. So the next one is, let's move on to the people tab. So in this tab, you can see here, so you can see here the teachers and the students. So in the teacher category, you can see here yourself, a teacher, and then you can also invite another teacher if you would like. If there is what you call collaboration of the subject or the topic, you can invite them. You can invite them to the classroom. So either way, you can type their email address or their name so that they can enter the class, or you can also share or copy the link and share it to the person or the teacher you wanted to collaborate with you in this class. So for example, the teacher I would be inviting is for example, the co-teacher I will be inviting is Rachel. Rachel.undaluk. at ctu.edu. So here, this is the teacher I would like to invite, and then you can also add more teacher if you prefer to, and also you can also copy the link and then share it to someone you prefer to be part of your class. So this is the person I invited, the co-teacher, and then I click the word invite, and then after that, that teacher is already under you, and then that means you already invited that co-teacher. And then under this one is the students. So you can see it here, since I didn't invite students yet in my class, you can see here that there's no students pa in the class. And then it's suggested na I will be, so invite students to your class. So to invite students in your class, you have to share the code or the link. So you can see, diba, as I said earlier, the code in the settings. So that is the code you will be sharing to your students for them to join the class, or the link under that code so that they can also share it or join the class. And after that, you can also click this one. So the same case with inviting the teachers, you can also add or invite the email address, invite your students using their email address, entering it manually. But it is more like hassle sa mga teachers, so that is why it's much preferable if you only use the code only or the link, and then send it to the GC, and then students were like use it to join themselves to the class. And then after that is, so for example, I will be inviting. So for example, I will be inviting a student here using the code. So for a while, or I can use or enter the email address here. So for example, I will be inviting my student Lee Junmara, and then invite for a while, and then you can see it here, the student you invited in your class. So this is the first student you invited, but if you would like to add the student, then you can copy the link and then share it to, and that way your students can easily be now part of your class. So that's it. That's all for my. So that's it, and that's all for my tutorial for today as using the features or exploring the features of the Google Classroom as a teacher. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you will be view this as a beneficial and a big help for you in the future. So thank you, and God bless.